Another big story, 11 days after general elections in Pakistan, there is still no agreement on who will form a government in the country. Plans around the formula sharing of power remained inconclusive, but that's only one part of Pakistan's post-election problems. Allegations of rigging and malpractice in these polls grow larger by the day. Here's a report.
Pakistan is still waiting for its Prime Minister. 11 days after the general elections, the confusion persists over its next government. The two largest parties, the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and the People's Party of Pakistan, are on the same page to form a coalition, but there is no agreement on the power sharing. The PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has already rejected the Prime Minister's post.
मुझे कहा गया है कि पहले 3 साल हमें दे दे, आखिरी 2 साल आप वजीर आजम बने। नहीं 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 नहीं, मैंने तो कहा है और मैं अब आपको बता रहा हूं, मैंने इस बात को मना किया है। मैं इस तरीके से वजीर आजम नहीं बनना चाह रहा हूं। अगर मैं वजीर आजम बनूंगा तो ठट्टों के अवाम, पाकिस्तान के अवाम मुझे मुंतखब करके बनाएंगे।
PMLN chief Nawaz Sharif has named his younger brother Shehbaz Sharif as the coalition's candidate for Prime Minister. Bilawal Bhutto says his party will support Sharif's government but will not take cabinet positions. The other troubling thing for the people of Pakistan are layers of allegations of election rigging. On Monday, the Supreme Court was scheduled to hear a petition seeking to declare the national elections null and void. However, the top court postponed the hearing as the petitioner had chosen to remain absent. Strongly criticizing the petitioner, the court asked him to appear on the next date of hearing, that is the 21st of February. On the other hand, supporters of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf have called for a judicial probe into the vote tampering allegations. Supporters of former Prime Minister Imran Khan are out on the streets, calling for a re-election.
The people are here because they've had enough of it, because they gave mandate to PTI, but that has been, they have been denied their right, and their votes, it seems as if they've gone to waste, so they're not going to accept it.
For the next Prime Minister of Pakistan, there are huge challenges ahead. The South Asian country is grappling with an economic crisis and slow growth and record inflation. And let's not forget the terrorist violence that has been rising in recent days. Bureau Report, Beyond World is One.
Now to discuss this further, we are being joined by Foreign Affairs expert Adnan Qaiser from Islamabad. Mr. Qaiser, thank you so much for joining us here on Beyond.
Thank you very much for having me, and good evening to all your viewers.
All right, sir, there are ongoing negotiations between the PPP and PMLN for a coalition government, but Bilawal Bhutto Zardari says he does not want the Prime Minister's seat and his party doesn't want any cabinet posts. I want to ask you, Mr. Qaiser, what is at play here?
So first of all, the jigsaw puzzle is still not in place. So there are too much speculations going on amid extreme political chaos in the country. Nobody knows what the other party is planning to do. So we know earlier we thought that probably there would be a marriage of convenience between the Pakistan People's Party and PMLN Nawaz, and they will form the government because they had been partners in the PTM government as well. But there had been a trust deficit, and we have seen just now that Bilawal Bhutto has spilled the beans, that he was offered a prime ministership for the later part of the 2 years, which is not acceptable to him. So please understand that, first of all, People Party and PMLN have divergent politics. People Party is a left-wing party, and Nawaz League is a right-of-center party. So they do not converge on political agenda as well. So there had been a marriage of convenience, friendly opposition, and charter of democracy in the past. So there is, they are biding their time. So there is no convergence. At the same time, PTI is very keen to take over the government in the center, because their primary focus is to take to get their leader out of the jail on various charges. So that is why they have formed the Sunni Ittehad Council today, and probably they are too keen to form the government. But the PML and the PPP, on the other hand, they're very shrewd politicians, and they would want PTI to form a government and to get to take ugly, hard economic decisions and get discredited among the masses.
Mr. Qaiser, even if a PML and PPP coalition comes to existence, or as you call it, a marriage of convenience, how optimistic are you that it will actually sustain for 5 long years?
That's absolutely that's the biggest question, because that's $1 million question, because the elections in Pakistan have been thoroughly discredited. You know, there had been a strong international rebuke. I had been following international media, and there has been a strong condemnation of the military for their role in the alleged rigging of the election manipulation. So we have seen recently, yesterday, one of the commissioners, he came to the media and made a bombshell allegations against the fraudulent election. So this election, I don't think is going to be given legitimacy or receive acceptance worldwide as well as by the people of Pakistan. So there are so many ifs. What is going to take place in the next future.
Very quickly, Mr. Qaiser, you say that the people of Pakistan will not see this election as legitimate. Then what's next?
What next is, again, you know, that is why the problem is that Pakistan has structural problems. We have a constitution that is not representative of the people. Unfortunately, because of the land reforms could not take place, we are still having a feudal and tribal society, which are, the electables, those who are rich people. They have been coming to the parliament time and time again by horse trading and other steps. So the people of Pakistan now, after their political awakening due to social media and other things, so they do not want the old tried and tested politicians to take over the government again, and that's why they want to have a change.
Well, unfortunately, then the tried and tested politicians are at play here at the moment in Pakistan. Thank you so much for getting us all those updates, Mr. Qaiser from Pakistan.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.